Back here on Mediacom Channel 22, it's the Coaches Show, volleyball edition here for Columbia College. My name is Cosmo. In the middle here, Trinity Ojo. Official position is what? Middle blocker? Okay. All 6'3", middle blocking, hands up at all times. And head coach Melinda Washington at the end over there. The Cougars again, AMC regular season champions, tournament champions, and now a seat in the pool for the national tournament back up in Iowa again this year. And again, you find out on Sunday the 21st, Coach, as far as what other three teams are in your pool.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out the winners of the play-ins. Those will take place Saturday night in most places, and some of the results will be in Saturday night. I can get on an administrative page and look those up, but we'll find out the official seedings and where you fall into your pools and what time your matches are. All the little information will come out that next day.
You put the final travel plans together, and the binders get put together. A lot of these binders. You need to bring a binder for the next show. See, the final binder will be the one that you put the national championship trophy in and bring it back to Columbia.
Yes.
Talk about Trinity Ojo a little bit, Coach. You're a player that she talked about earlier with some ties coming from Texas and playing at Mizzou, and then coming to play for you at Columbia College. Obviously, a connection with that program as well with the coaches there.
You know, I was very fortunate when Trinity came to us. I think that, you know, we got her into practice early in the season, really raw, just an athlete, a big, strong athlete. And the volleyball, you know, she'd been out for about a year. And once we got her back in the gym working, it's been a continual process. And she's gotten better every single day. You know, her attitude, work ethic, and more than anything, I'd say desire to want to be out there. Have really helped her to be very successful with our program. She's got a great framework, and you know we just need to put it all together. And being a freshman is great because we have 3 more years. And as much as she's improved this year, I can't imagine by the time she's a senior where she's going to be.
There's some opponents that wish there wasn't 3 more years, and we'll just leave some highlights for their imagination without going a little crazy there. But back to a question for you, Trinity. Again, talking earlier about play selection and not to make too big of a point of the fact that you really like to make sure you know exactly where the play is, so you can hear you call that play in the gym. But how does that work? Is that stuff that's called to you guys from coach from the bench, or do you kind of know in certain situations exactly where you're going?
Paula usually makes the calls, the setter, and I think she kind of thinks about where the block's setting up and what the dominant side would be on blocking. A lot of times, sometimes she'll make a call just so I'll run that way, so we'll have an open net on the other side. And by me yelling, you know, the team, it draws in my blocker and then leaves someone else one-on-one to hit. And
is that a conscious effort you made to go with the more vocal intimidation, if you were? Not necessarily intimidation, but it is in a way. It ends up becoming a weapon because, after a while, you know, it's like with a little drop shot after 5 kills in a row and somebody just dinks one over, you get sucked into knowing, okay, wait, here comes big number 8, I'm in trouble, and you switch it up on them a little bit. So
yeah, I definitely do it consciously because then everyone knows where everyone is, and like Coach says, I'm still kind of green, and it's easier for everyone if everyone knows where I'm at. If I'm making my call, then there's no confusion.
There's certainly nobody can make the excuse, I didn't hear Trinity call the play, right? So there's no way that you can immediately call somebody out on that one if somebody later decided to be, or was in the wrong position. You can say, no, she called the play. You know, exactly. She said 3 very loudly. Okay. So now talk about preparation as we head for the tournament. What's practice been like since you won the AMC tournament? How are things different? Are they different?
They're a little different. It's a little different focus right now. This is getting ready for a different style of play, and definitely getting our legs ready to play more games in a day and to really stay focused, because it was a big deal then, but it's bigger now.
Tell John Barfnick and the training staff to kick up an extra ice machine. Is that one of the
for
additions?
The coaches? Yeah. We've got a lot of play going on by our coaches. If we put our coaching staff on the floor, we've got 4 All-Americans on one side playing against the starters. So it's a pretty intense practice environment right now.
Well, I know that one of the comments you had made earlier in our season of coaches shows talking volleyball was a question that you asked the players to motivate them a little bit too, and also just kind of do a mental check is, you know, can you win us a national championship, or, you know, will you help us win a national championship? That's obviously every team's focus. Is the ultimate prize, is that, you know, to be the one last team that doesn't finish the season with a loss. How does that mission still continue? Obviously, it's a little brighter focus now because you're literally right there on the edge of the tournament.
Yeah, you know, it continues. I mean, I think that's been our goal, our big goal from the beginning of the season. We established goals early, you know, obviously win conference matches, then win the conference tournament, win the conference outright, win nationally ranked matches to maintain our national ranking, which we've done all of those so far. Each girl has individual goals. You know, we've talked throughout the season, you need to get better at this and that. But the big goal has always been to not just go to the national tournament. Some teams are happy just getting there. Our goal is not just to get there. Our goal is to win and to be competing at the national tournament, not just go out there to play.
Now, do you, and I know because of how competitive you are, Coach, but is there extra pressure on you as another year goes by where you don't add a current date to that banner? Does that change your mindset a little bit in motivation and preparation, I guess?
You know, I treat each team differently. I mean, it depends on the personnel I have. I don't really look at that as personal pressure on me. You know, if you lose one match, you're having a down year. So I think it's pressure on everyone, you know, and those, I make sure that when we set those goals and we look at the banner, there's a page in our binder about history and records. And, you know, so the girls can access that and look at the All-Americans that came before them and look at the program history and know what they're representing when they're on the court.
And it's the same, you know, it was something Trinidad did, obviously went through your mind. You said, you know what, I'm going to play ball. This is a number, you know, this is a top program in the country. And you start looking at the breakdown of the tournament. There's only 3 or 4 other schools, I think, in the whole 26-team field that have won championships before, and Columbia is one of them. Mm-hmm. That obviously was a factor, I would assume, in you choosing to play at Columbia College. That history being to add to that long list of records.
I definitely, when coming to Columbia College, looked at whether or not I would mesh with the team. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone clicks so well. Everyone has their own strengths, and having 3 middles, you know, you'd think there would be a lot more competition, but everyone has their own strengths and knows that maybe I won't do as well against this other middle, but someone else could. And I think a definite deciding factor in playing was coach and the team and how everyone's so willing to help each other, and definitely very patient with me where I hadn't played in so long. And I came out and could barely hit the ball at first, and now because of the team and the coaches, I've already progressed so far in the team. We've all, as a whole, just really come together. And
at this point, you almost have a whole bunch of coaches, players on the court. You've had that a lot with Paula and with Tally, almost to help quarterback on the floor at the same time as you get set for the national tournament. Well, we won't film another episode, I don't think, until you guys are back from Iowa, if I understand right. So congratulations on the regular season, the conference, and good luck at the national tournament in Iowa.
Thank you.
And again, you can listen to the matches. Tex Little will have the play-by-play of the Cougar matches. As soon as we know those dates and times, everything on the website. Cindy Fadi and the rest of the athletic department a great job on the website. But you can follow the Cougars the entire national tournament, and maybe even some details on possible fan buses, or if you want to road trip on up, I'm sure we can get you a binder of travel on how to get there and prepare yourself. So good luck again to both of you guys in the national tournament for the Columbia College Cougar volleyball team heading to the national tournament. This wraps up this edition of the Columbia College Coaches Show, talking volleyball on Mediacom Channel 22.